Emma had always felt like a ghost in her own home. While her sister Lily got all the praise, gifts, and attention, Emma was left to clean up, cook dinner, and live in the storage room after her parents gave her bedroom to Lily because she's the older one. Her brother Josh forgot her birthday 5 years in a row. Her mother praised Lily's grades, and her father boasted about Josh's football skills, but no one asked Emma how school was, or what she dreamed of becoming. She was quiet, yes, but not blind. She saw how they treated her like a burden instead of a daughter. At family dinners, Emma's voice was drowned out. If she spoke, she was cut off. If she tried to celebrate something, it was ignored. Her only escape was the library and the small job she kept secret from everyone. It was at that job, working late nights at a gas station, that Emma bought a lottery ticket one rainy Tuesday night. Not out of hope, but out of boredom. She tucked the ticket into her journal and forgot about it for 2 weeks. And then everything changed. 2 weeks after buying that lottery ticket, Emma sat curled up on her narrow twin bed, flipping through her journal. A slip of paper fell out, the forgotten lottery ticket. She didn't even bother turning on the TV. Instead, she searched the winning numbers online with zero expectation. But as she matched the digits one by one, her hand started to shake. She had won $10 million. At first, she thought it was a mistake. She rechecked, then rechecked again, heart pounding. The reality didn't sink in immediately. It couldn't be. Her entire life had been shaped by being overlooked, ignored, treated like nothing. And now she held more money than her entire family had seen in generations. Emma didn't scream. She didn't dance. She just stared at the screen and whispered, "They'll never see this coming." For the next week, she said nothing. She went to school like normal, cleaned up after dinner like normal. Her parents still didn't notice her. Her sister still rolled her eyes when Emma walked into the room. Her brother asked her to do his laundry again. But in secret, Emma was making plans. She found a lawyer, quietly set up a trust fund, bought a new phone, transferred the money. Not a single soul in the family knew she had become a millionaire overnight. Her revenge wouldn't be loud. It would be silent and devastating. She started by contacting the bank. The mortgage on the house was overdue, and her parents were behind on payments. Emma didn't have to lift a finger to ruin them. She simply stepped in where they failed and bought the debt. The house, her childhood prison, was now legally hers. All she had to do was wait. And when the moment came, she'd be ready to watch it all fall apart from the front row. 3 weeks later, a letter arrived at the family home. Emma watched from the kitchen doorway as her mother tore it open. Her father leaned over her shoulder, reading aloud, "Notice of property ownership transfer and eviction. Vacate premises within 14 days. What the hell is this?" her dad barked. Her mom's face drained of color. We didn't pay the last few months, but I thought we had more time." Panic erupted. Lily screamed about losing her room. Josh demanded to know who'd done this. The parents argued. No one noticed Emma quietly washing the dishes behind them, stone-faced, lips tight, eyes locked on the chaos she had ignited. They called the bank, begged for explanations. The response was cold and clear. The mortgage had been bought legally and anonymously. The new owner had full rights to the property. No further negotiation allowed. That night, Emma sat in her old storage room bed, listening to them fight. Her father broke a chair. Her mom sobbed. Lily blamed Josh. Josh blamed everyone. Still, no one thought to ask Emma if she knew anything. She was still invisible. Until the day they had to move out. Boxes filled the living room. Her mom yelled instructions. Her dad barked at the movers. Emma quietly packed her single suitcase and walked outside. But instead of waiting for the car, she stood by the driveway and watched. Then a sleek black car pulled up hers. She had timed it perfectly. A hired driver opened the door. Emma stepped inside wearing a new coat, fresh shoes, and confidence no one had ever seen on her before. Her father squinted. "Emma, what are you doing?" She rolled down the window, leaned out slowly, and smiled for the first time in years. "I own this house now," she said calmly. "You need to leave." The silence was deafening. For the first time in her life, Emma had their full attention. Her father froze mid-step. Her mother's mouth fell open. Josh looked like he'd seen a ghost. And Lily actually laughed, as if it were a joke. You bought the house?" Lily scoffed. "With what? Your gas station salary?" Emma didn't answer. She didn't need to. Her driver handed over a document, proof of purchase, deed in her name, signatures verified. Legal. Final. Her father snatched it, scanning the papers in disbelief. Is this a prank? No, Emma replied softly. This is real. I own this house. You ignored me. You humiliated me. You forgot I existed. But I remembered everything. Her mother stepped forward, tears in her eyes. Emma, please. We're your family. Emma looked her straight in the eyes. Were you thinking of family when you gave away my room? When you told everyone Lily was your only smart child? When you forgot every single birthday for 5 years? There was no answer, only shame. The movers came and went. The family was forced to drag their boxes to the sidewalk. Neighbors peered from windows. Some whispered, some gasped. The story of the quiet girl who took back everything was beginning to spread. As the last bag was tossed into the backseat of her father's car, Emma stepped onto the porch, the same one where she used to sit alone while the rest of them went to parties, dinners, and family photos. She looked down at them now, standing on the curb with nowhere to go. Goodbye, she said simply. And then, turning her back to them, she walked inside. Her door, her home, her life. She didn't slam the door. She didn't cry. She just closed it, and peace finally settled in. Inside the now empty house, Emma walked through the rooms that had once suffocated her. The living room, where she was never invited to movie night. The dining table, where her opinions were always dismissed. The hallway she used to tiptoe through, scared to disturb anyone. But now, the silence was hers. Not the silence of being ignored, the silence of peace. She didn't throw a party. She didn't celebrate. She lit a single candle in her old storage room and sat cross-legged on the floor, staring at the small box of things she'd hidden over the years. Drawings, books, birthday cards she wrote for herself. They weren't just memories. They were scars. And now they were no longer wounds. The world outside buzzed with gossip. The neighbors had started whispering. Did you hear what Emma did? She bought the house out from under them. 10 million? That quiet girl. Emma didn't care. This wasn't about them. It wasn't even about revenge anymore. It was about freedom. She repainted the walls, not to hide the past, but to reclaim it. Each stroke was a declaration. I was here. I matter. This is mine. She donated money to a local women's shelter. Quietly, anonymously, she helped one girl escape a life like hers without even being seen. That was the kind of revenge Emma believed in, healing herself and then helping others heal. Months later, Lily sent her a message. Apology. Excuses. Requests. Emma read it, then deleted it. No reply. Not because she was cruel, but because she was done. One evening, she stood on her front porch with a hot cup of tea, watching the sunset over the quiet street. No shouting, no footsteps stomping down the hall, no mocking laughter, just peace. And as the light faded, Emma whispered the words she never got to say growing up. I'm not invisible anymore, and she wasn't.